The travel industry is anxious to take off again, and so are millions of Americans. Joining us now is our favorite travel pro, Jeanenne Tornatore. Nice to have you back on board, Jeanenne. Are you seeing signs that the travel industry is starting to recover?
Well, the signs that we're seeing is that there is so much pent-up demand for travel.
What are your predictions? How will travel look this year?
So, we've seen a lot of emerging trends over the last year, and I think a lot of trends just given the fact that there is so much pent-up travel demand. I think number one, we're going to see people are really looking for those true vacation-style destinations. We saw in 2020 where we tried new things like renting RVs and camping and a lot of those great outdoor things where you could socially distance. And I think that's still going to be big, but I think a lot of people are going to be looking for, where can I go relax and rejuvenate? I want to hit the spa. I want to lay on the beach and stay in that great resort. So you're going to be seeing places like Florida and all these beach destinations are going to have a lot of pent-up demand in 2021. Tampa, I think, is one of my favorites for this because there's so many great attractions there, which people are going to be looking for. And you have a lot of those resort-style hotels, places like the JW Marriott down on Water Street, where you have a resort-style pool and a spa and a lot of those great amenities that people are going to be looking for.
Nice.
The second trend I think we're going to see this year is the return of those bucket list destinations. A lot of people made their bucket list last year and they just had to set them aside. So in 2021, it's taking another look at those bucket list destinations. And the fact is, domestic travel is still going to be big when everything starts to recover. Hawaii, always one of the biggest domestic bucket list destinations. So I think we're going to see a lot of people looking to the Hawaiian Islands later in 2021, places like Maui, where you have those resorts like the Westin Resort and Spa with their adults only pool, those types of amenities that those of us who have been doing that pandemic parenting are really going to be looking for when we return to travel. My third trend, I think that's going to be big, and this is more of a destination trend where I think there's going to be a lot of demand, and that's for Canada. I mean, obviously still we're not able to travel to Canada. They still have really strict restrictions, which I think is going to mean even more so when they do open the borders, people are going to be looking for those close to home international escapes like the Canadian cities, places like Montreal, where this spring the new Humanity Hotel, part of the Autograph Collection is going to be opening. Even destinations like Halifax and Nova Scotia, they have new hotels that have opened. The Muir Hotel, another Autograph Collection, a great property. So I think a lot of these Canadian cities are going to see a lot of demand as we get later in 2021 and we can return to travel there.
How important is it to book now? Because once this pent-up demand releases, a lot of people are going to want to travel.
Yeah, I think the closer we get to summer, you're really going to see that, places that you want to go, flights are going to be getting more expensive. Hotel rates aren't going to be what we have seen in 2020 when there was no demand at all. So a lot of people are starting to at least plan right now and think about where they want to go. And the good news for 2021 travelers is that major suppliers are still offering extremely flexible change and cancellation fees, because the fact is that we don't know exactly when things are going to get back to normal, but having these really flexible change and cancellation fees means you can go ahead and book some of these hotels, some of your flights, some of these other things that you want to do.
Nice to have you back talking travel, Jeanenne.
Absolutely. Thanks, Angie.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.